Hi, this is Don DeRosa bringing you another question from one of my students. Today's question is, how do I find what a house is worth? Well, that is a very big question, because for me to really truly explain to you what a house value is and how do you figure out that value, it takes longer than a couple minutes in this video. But I'm going to give you the basics. I'm going to give you a few of the things that will get you started. But folks, I have to tell you, the most important thing in any real estate transaction is pinpointing this number. This number is the most important number of anything that you will ever get on a real estate transaction. You have to know what the value of the house is, and then everything else comes out from there. So the most important thing is, when you're figuring out how do I value a property, is that's going to be comps or comparable sales. The fastest and the easiest way to do that is simply call a realtor friend or a realtor and say, can you give me what's called a CMA? That's called a comparative market analysis. And that's going to tell you what homes that have the same bedrooms, baths, same area, same square footage within a certain geographic area. It's going to compare them to tell you and give you a kind of an average. That's the easiest and the fastest way if you're brand new at this and you need something quick. But as you become more and more involved in this business, you're going to want to do that for yourself, because you can't be calling a realtor every time you need to value a property. So that's going to come in the form of, you can do paid services. There's like RealtyTrac, not RealtyTrac, but RealQuest out there. There's some other sites that are paid, that you pay a fee for, that can do that. But be careful when you do that, because you don't want to pay for a service that's going to average everything together. You don't want that, because it's the age-old saying, garbage in, garbage out. So what you want to pay attention to is, you want to pay attention to when it sold, what date, usually within 6 months to 12 months, square footage, similar in square footage, similar house age. Those are the types of bedrooms and baths, all have to be the same. So those are the types of things you're looking for. The other site that you can do if you're on the internet is free sites like Zillow. Now, lots of people, Zillow gets a bad rap because people think that it's not very accurate. And it really, if you're looking at the Zestimate, I tend to agree. I would not pay attention to any Zestimate or any estimate that any software from anywhere gives you. What you want to look at are the solds. So for example, on Zillow, you're looking at two distinct colors, one being red, that's the houses that are for sale, and number two is the houses that are yellow. Those are sold prices. Those are as accurate as any multiple listing, unless there's an error putting them in, but typically it'll tell you the amount that it's sold for, the date that it's sold for, and even on Zillow it'll tell you what the cost per square foot is, which is another way for you to determine value. If you look at all the houses in your area and there are similar bedrooms, similar baths, similar square feet, all the things are similar, you can determine that by looking at what it's sold for, the cost that it's sold for. Let's say it's $100,000 divided by, the square feet that the house is. That'll give you a cost per square foot. If you find out what that average is, and then you multiply it times whatever square foot the house you're trying to buy, that'll give you an average cost per square foot. That's a good way to look at that. So the other way is tax records. You can go online. A lot of times they'll give you values of similar prices or similar houses with prices. On the tax record, it'll give you the values. So those are just a few. I caution you though, you really need to pinpoint this. So if you really want to know how to value a property, get yourself some good education, someone that knows what they're doing, and learn how to do it multiple ways. So hopefully that helps. Until next time, this is Don DeRosa saying thank you very much. Happy investing.